Tom Charlton, the Golden Eagle, one of the big chances, linebacker. How is the horse a few days out?
Yeah, fantastic. Can't fault him. Had a really good few weeks since his hiccup after his first up run. Obviously bounced back with a good trial, good win last week, and we'd expect him to come on a bit from that. So, he's in the zone, ready to run well.
That was in the Silver Eagle, of course, where he monstered him over the last 300 metres. That setback you mentioned cost him a run in the Epsom, but he went through that trial against Kaying Rising very well, and I guess you use your expertise from there to get it right for the race.
Yeah, look, it probably, obviously, we were forced to change plans. We were initially going to go to the Epsom and then come back to the 1500. But sort of cards have been dealt the way they have, and look, the horse has responded well. Feel like we've done all we can to have him in the best possible order off the preparation we've had to deliver on Saturday. He's got a good draw, as do a lot of other good chances, very good race, and look, hopefully he can quit himself and be in the money at the worst.
Maison Louis, one of your other great horses down there, the Queensland Derby winner, impressive third in the Hill Stakes. Looks a good chance in the Rosehill Gold Cup.
Yeah, we were really pleased in the Hill Stakes. It was a really solid performance. Obviously a 3-year-old Derby winner coming into sort of that weight for, that older horse weight for age sort of grade, and to run third behind Lindemann and Attrition who run in a Cox Plate. We were really pleased. So he drops back to handicap company, drawn well, and 2,000 metres will suit. So yeah, another nice race for him.
And you've just paired with Dylan Gibbons for a winner, and he's on that horse on Saturday, so long may it continue.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Dylan Gibbons, you got rides in the big ones on Saturday, including a great chance in the Rosehill Gold Cup. We'll get to that shortly, but at $61 Mayfair in the Golden Eagle. You give it a shot?
Yeah, well, I sort of have to. I've got some long-time friends that I went to school with and grew up with who got a share in him, so I'll be doing my best there. And the good thing about that race is higher up you finish, there's some pretty good checks to gather there. So he'll put himself somewhere on speed, big field, but a lot of them horses behind him are going to need some luck. So he's in it to win it.
He doesn't win a lot at this stage, 1 win out of 10, but he's got 6 placings, so he is competitive.
Yeah, exactly, and I think his run was respectable the other day. So you can't rule out any horse in these big fields.
In the Russell boarding at $126, Waterford for the Waller stable from Barrier 1. He's been a bit erratic this campaign, 10th, 1st, 12th, although the next one should be first again, shouldn't it?
Well, I hope so. Look, the key thing about it is it's 1,300, so it's making them sprinters stretch another 100 metres. You'd expect there'd be good speed, and he's a horse who can pounce off good tempos. So, look, it's a strong addition of the race, but he's going to be back and he's going to have a setup to run on.
You just rode a winner for the O'Shea Charlton stable here at Rosehill, and you got Maison Louis in the Rosehill Gold Cup, third in the Hill Stakes last start, Queensland Derby winner. Certainly going to get the distance.
Yeah, exactly. Look, and I think this was his plan all along. John set him up beautifully for this race. He goes into it third up, and look what he's done this whole campaign. Has been terrific, and he won a Derby at his first preparation. So I think he's only come back better and stronger. And look, he's drawn another beautiful gate again. Looks to map very well, and one thing about him is he's going to give you 110%.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Lee Curtis, for yourself and Shuri, the Golden Eagle. Medella's an $81 chance, but you've got to be in it to win it, so there's a reason you put that horse on the race.
Oh, for sure, Greg. I mean, it's a $10 million race. And, she's only coming off a midway win, but she's been quite unlucky in a lot of stakes races. The stakes race she was in before that, Golden Pennant. She drew 10, had no luck, had a tough run, and still sort of fought on well. Even earlier on in her career, she ran in the Hawkesbury Guineas, had no luck. It was a bad barrier. I think she ran, there's another one she ran in, can't remember what it's called, but she just had no luck. So I don't think we've seen the best of her in stakes company. And, it's a tough gig, but, we're happy to be there and give it a shot.
Lightly raced, so there should be improvement on that score, and the 1,500 metres rather looks like it'll suit.
For sure. Look, we've got another mare there, Bohemia, who's got beat 1.4 lengths in the invitation last week. I don't think there's much between these two mares. And I don't think, as you say, they've been fully tested yet. So, as I said, there's some serious horses in this race, but we're happy to be there. And I've said to my owners this week, we'll go better than what the market says. Market's got you down there. She'll go better. She's fine.
And when there is that much prize money and, 5th, 6th, 7th still carries a lot, becomes a competition within the competition, doesn't it?
Well, for sure. And our other option was to run in a benchmark 78. I mean, second prize money is at 29. We've got a reasonable chance of running into 100 at least. So it was a calculated gamble, but I think it's worth it.
Thank you. Joe Private Eye's in the midst of an amazing campaign as an 8-year-old. How does he maintain that zest for racing?
Yeah, look, he's a natural. He loves doing it and very much enjoys his job. So he's been around for a lot of seasons now at the top level, and as you said, this preparation has been as good as most. So I'm really happy with him. He's had a crack at this race on I think 3 occasions, and he's won and ran second in another one. So it's a race that's going to suit him, I think, again this weekend. 1300 is about spot on for him. High pressure race, should be rattling home.
He's got 11 million and 700,000 in the bank already, and in a $3 million race, chance to add more. How much longer is he going to keep going?
Look, I would think there's at least another season in him, but he'll tell me along the way. You know, when I can see he's starting to age and not wanting to be the horse that he's capable of being, we can call it on him. But at this stage, he's showing no signs of that.
He's the top seed, but you've got 4 runners in the race: Golden Mile, Marzu, and Coal Crusher. What about them?
Yep, no, look, they're all good sprinters in their own right. I think they've all run in this race as well in the past. So, look, they're outside chances, but I've got to honestly say they're all going well, so they're going to need to run right up to their best.
Best of luck.
Chris Waller, we saw Autumn Glow and Lady Shenandoah just do some very light exercise on the sand track this morning. They've had their preparations pretty much go to clockwork for the Golden Eagle on Saturday.
Yeah, very happy with them both, Ray. Lady Shenandoah, she's very fit. She's coming out of an Everest 1200 metres. I just want to keep her sharp, and 1300 metre Russell boarding should suit her well. It's very hard once you're locked into a sprinting program to get them out of it, and that's why we've decided to run over 1300, and it's still a great prize money race. So next preparation we might go back up to sort of 1500, but she was showing that she's pretty sharp and didn't get much luck in the Everest, so she can certainly bounce back. And Autumn Glow, she's fit. She had a good solid gallop on Monday morning, and everything's gone to plan since. She's in good shape. She's ready to peak. She's still lightly raced, but there's one good run left in her for Saturday's amazing race. So Golden Eagle, first time at Randwick. It's good to see the Japanese horse there and some good form horses.
Barrier 9 for Autumn Glow, a stack of speed drawn around her. I know it's only early days, but how do you assess Gate 9 for the favourite?
I think it's close to perfect. It gives James McDonald some options. She's very versatile. She can go forward, back, or wherever she needs to be. So, yeah, James will work it out, and it's probably a good race to have a bit of room, not get bottled up and in trouble. She's got a lovely big action, so I think it's ideal for her.
Lord Penman was really good in the Silver Eagle, and I know he's an outsider's chance, but he's back up to his probably right distance range. How do you assess his chances in a Golden Eagle?
Exactly that. He's a rough chance, but he's up to the 1500 is a big plus, and he was sharp the other day. He did a good job and found his way into the race through that good performance. So, yeah, he's a bolter's chance, but can't fault him. He's very fit and good horse.
And just quickly, Chris, great racing in Melbourne as well on Saturday. Baywalked in the Coolmore Stud, Providence, and is it Savvy Santa? I think it's a nice horse in the Derby, and you've got a number of horses in the Mares race. How's the level of confidence for Flemington on day one?
Level of confidence is okay. It's just a great day of racing across Australia. Racing's really selling itself at the moment for all the right reasons, and it's one week into another, and you speak to people that follow racing week in, week out, and they just love it. So, yeah, Derby Day, we've got a good hand. The Derby looks a good Derby this year, fantastic, and Providence was brilliant at Moonee Valley last week, and Savvy Santa was good at Geelong. We've used that path before. He's a maiden going to the Derby, which we did with Preferment. Fangirl's running in the Empire Rose. We've got a good hand there as well with Like a Lucy, who ran third in the Turak, and Lazura, who's got good Sydney form and Melbourne form. So, and the sprint, Bayvok, and we're going to back up Skyrider. So, yeah.
He was good at Randwick Skyglider.
He was unbelievable, yeah. So, obviously it's second up, 7 days between runs and a trip to Melbourne, but look, it's a Coolmore sprint. It just defines the stallion's career. So yeah, Sky Glider gets his chance, and yeah, throughout the day we've got a host of other runners, and yeah, looking forward to the day.
Just finally, Chris, for your Sistina after the Cox Plate, how is she, and do you go one more time in a Champion Stakes next week?
She's really well, and there's nothing to suggest at this stage that she shouldn't be running. I'll still talk to the owners in the next few days to make sure they're happy to do so, but at this stage it's full steam ahead. Yeah, she's come through it really well. She's ready to go.